If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button over here. I think I'm pointing to the right one over here. The like button's over here, subscribe button's over here. Back in a bit with another one. My name is Zachary Carroll and I'm just putting Christ back into the culture. Today we're talking about types of Christians God don't like. Granted, I'm not talking about condemnation, because as long as you have Christ in your heart, there is no condemnation. I'm talking about your life as a Christian. I'm talking about your time here on earth. As a Christian, we're not just here just so we can be saved. We're here to make disciples. We're here to show the glory of God. We're here to defend the gospel and share the gospel. And you can't do all these things when you're living like this. Let's get started. Point number one. Proverbs 6:16 specifically lays out things that God hates. God hates these things. So stop doing them. Don't do them. Walk away. If they're haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness who pours out lies, and a person who stirs up conflict in the community. We're not going to talk about the obvious ones, shedding innocent blood, feet quick to devise wicked schemes. That should be obvious, because if you're doing those things, then you're really messed up. You're really don't know what to tell you. God hates liars. I'm just going to put right here all of the scriptures so that you can go and look at that shows that God does not like false witnesses, liars, lying tongue. Okay, the next one, haughty eyes. What does that mean? What does haughty eyes mean? Arrogance. God hates arrogance. Basically, if you need to walk around and show other people how bad they are in order to boost yourself up, to show that you are the better one, instead of being humble and recognize that it ain't all about you, it's about all of us, the whole body of Christ. God don't like that. And I want to be specific on the last one. A person that stirs up strife, discord in the community. That's any community. That's your friend that gossips all the time. That's little Miss Thang Thang, or Mr. Toot Toot, that's over here always talking negative about other people, always bringing people down, always just trying to place brothers against each other for their own personal gain. Yeah, God hates that. Person number two, lukewarm Christians. This is talked about in Revelations. Third chapter in Revelations is going through all the churches that are in the Roman Empire. Okay, because in the Roman Empire there was a cult that was rising up, an emperor's cult that was going to start persecuting all the Christians. Okay, now there were multiple churches that the Apostle Paul had started, and this is basically taking into account of all of those churches' stance towards the gospel. Now, the church in Philadelphia did a horrible job. So the church in Philadelphia was basically filled with people who are rich in body, rich in goods, but then who neglected all of the weightier things of the law, the spirit-filled things, the humility, the giving. They neglected all those things. They were claiming to be for the gospel, claiming to be Christ followers. They were neither for him fully nor against him fully. The lukewarm Christians are those who are half in, half out. Those who serve a build-a-bear God. These things are things that I like. Okay, I like that. I like doing that. I like how that makes me feel. And I agree with that. So, more of that, please. Wait a minute. That? Oh no. Oh please no. Oh no. That I don't agree with. That is of a different time. That is outdated. That is not right. That doesn't make me feel good. I don't want any of that. God don't work like that though. God ain't a God of choices, of individual pick and chooses. No, it's all or nothing. If you're going to be with him, be with him. If you're going to be against him, be against him. He would rather you be one or the other, not both. Person number 3. Someone who makes excuses not to do what they know God has called them to do. The great man of Moses, the one who wrote Genesis, Deuteronomy. He was the one who walked down from the mountain with the 10 commandments to lead the Jews through the wilderness. Now, before he became the great Moses, he was just a man that God gave a commission to. And what did he do? How did he react when God gave him the commission? Let's read. Exodus 4:10. Moses said to the Lord, "Pardon your servant, Lord. I have never been eloquent, neither in the past nor since you have spoken to your servant. I am slow of speech and tongue." The Lord responded. Who gave human beings their mouths? Who makes them deaf or mute? Who gives them sight or makes them blind? Is it not I, the Lord? Now go. I will help you speak and will teach you what to say. Then the Lord's anger burned against Moses, and he said, "What about your brother Aaron, the Levite? I know he can speak well. He's already on his way to meet you, and he will be glad to see you. You shall speak to him and put words in his mouth. I will help both of you speak and will teach you what to do." So here's one way to make God angry. So God has given you a commission, but you are steadily making excuses to not fulfill that commission. You're saying, you know what, God, I'm not good enough. I can't do what you have called me to do because I'm not good enough. God chooses people that don't, quote unquote, have all of the right stuff, so that when things are done, His grace, His glory is exemplified and not our own. It is okay to feel inadequate or unqualified. That is fine. But to deny your commission, to tell God no, because you do not feel like you're qualified, you do not feel like you deserve it, or you don't feel qualified, you don't feel that you can do it. It shows a lack of faith, a lack of knowledge of who created you. God has a lot to do with you here today or in the future. He has a promise that you need to fulfill, and He has a commission that you need to fulfill, whatever it is. But when you are exhibiting these traits in your life, when you are living this way, you are walking away from Him, you are displeasing Him, and you are sometimes inciting His anger. So we must be diligent to stay away from these things. We must be diligent to not walk this path. Well, that's all I got for you. Don't forget to like the video. Put in a comment if you have a question or concern, or if you disagree, go ahead and we can have a pleasant discussion. Oh, share this video if you thought it was helpful. Until next time, y'all be cool.